Volusia County man is in jail tonight, accused of attacking a middle school student at a bus stop.
Yeah, and now Christopher Schwabel, who police say is homeless, is facing aggravated assault charges, or excuse me, aggravated child abuse charges. West News' Tony Atkins is live in DeLand tonight. And Tony, thankfully, someone stepped in to help that boy.
Yes, Summer, police say this all happened around 8:30 this morning, and someone who knew that child saw what was happening. They turned around. Eventually, that person intervened. They stopped the suspect and held him down until police finally arrived.
My dog started howling, and there was all kinds of, ambulance sirens. And I looked out the end of the road, and there was a fire truck there. There was 3 or 4 cruisers. There was an ambulance that pulled up a few minutes later.
William Flanders says he saw a police presence near his home off Clear Lake Drive Tuesday morning, but for hours, he didn't know why.
So I didn't know maybe it was a house fire or a bad accident.
DeLand police say it was related to the arrest of 36-year-old Christopher Schwabel around 8:30 a.m. Police say Schwabel, who is homeless, was spotted choking a child near Clear Lake Drive and Spring Garden Avenue by someone who knew the boy. Police records say the witness did a U-turn to confront Schwabel, and when they did, the child ultimately got away, and Schwabel allegedly told the witness he, quote, stopped that man in his path before eventually pulling out a folding knife from his sleeve and holding it up. Records show the man grabbed Schwabel's right hand, taking control of the knife and ultimately holding Schwabel down until police arrived.
That's just ridiculous.
Well, let's stopped that man in his path. If that don't sound like somebody who, I don't even know if we can say crazy anymore. It sound like somebody crazy to me, but let's keep going.
Ridiculous. I mean, I know the DeLand Police Department have done a fantastic job of getting rid of the homeless and live in the woods and stuff. And it's getting a little bit worse, every year.
Flanders says while hearing what happened is disturbing, he's thankful for that witness who stepped up before anyone was seriously hurt.
We do that, like I said earlier, we do that on this street all the time. You have to look out for each other. So, I mean, I'm glad. I probably would have stopped myself, because you got to help each other.
He's 100% right. You got to help your neighbors, but do it within reason. If you can't protect yourself, what are you doing jumping in? At least that's my thoughts. Make sure you can at least protect yourself if you're thinking about intervening. That's just my little side note. Let's keep going.
And Schwabel was arrested. He was charged with aggravated child abuse as well as aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. He's due in court for his first appearance before a judge tomorrow afternoon. I'm covering Volusia County live in DeLand. Tony Atkins, West 2 News.
Crazy situation. Let's go over to this next video.
Well, this afternoon, we have new details about an attack at a school bus stop in DeLand.
We first broke this story right here on West News at 4 o'clock. We're learning it was a 13-year-old boy who police say was put in a chokehold yesterday and threatened by a 36-year-old man in front of a neighborhood off North Spring Garden Avenue. West News' Pamela Combe is joining us live from the neighborhood. Pamela, some scary moments there for the boy.
Of course, he was only 13, and district officials do tell us that he is a student at Southwestern Middle School. He was just waiting for his bus right at this intersection when he was attacked. In response to this, the district tells us that they've upped patrols at all bus stops across the county. Now, the man police say is responsible for this attack is a 36-year-old Christopher Schwabel. Witnesses told police he attacked a kid, choking him and brandishing a knife. One witness says he saw the attack while driving by, turned his car around and intervened. Police say Schwabel then pulled out a folding knife and threatened the witness, who used a toolbox to defend himself and restrained Schwabel until police arrived. The minor
So that's that mark on his face. He smacked him with a toolbox. I don't see nothing wrong with that. Yeah, he pulled out a knife, smacked him with the toolbox.
To defend himself and restrain Schwabel until police arrived. The minor, they say, was visibly shaken. He also had a cut on his hand. Schwabel was taken to the hospital for treatment, and then he was booked into the Volusia County Jail yesterday afternoon. And that man is facing charges for aggravated child abuse. He is again currently being held at the Volusia County Branch Jail on no bond. and he will appear before a judge today at 1:30. So we'll be there and bring you the latest this afternoon on WESH. Covering Volusia County, live in DeLand, Pamela Combe, WESH 2 News.
No matter how you look at it, it is a crazy situation. Absolute. What can drive? It has to be some kind of mental health problem. He's crazy, a mental health problem, or you just a downright evil person to attack a 13-year-old boy, little boy, at a bus stop in the morning. Absolutely crazy. Let's go over to the AI breakdown and see what else we can find out. So, like they said, on January 20th, a 36-year-old man attacked a child at a bus stop. So they said that Christopher, described as a transient, approached a group of children waiting for the bus at the intersection. He is accused of grabbing a 7th grade student by the throat and choking him. A bystander driving by did a U-turn. The Christopher ended up pulling out a folding knife before threatening the witness. The bystander used a toolbox from his vehicle to strike the suspect, successfully restraining him until law enforcement arrived. That's a hero right there. The victim's status. So the child, a student at the middle school, suffered a cut to the finger and is visibly distraught, but did not require hospitalization for serious physical injuries. That child is traumatized. We got to call it how the child is traumatized. A grown man grabbed him and choked him. He thought he was probably gone. People are going to have to look out for him. He's going to need some kind of therapy, and his parents are going to have to be with him. So the charges. So he is facing aggravated child abuse and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Records indicate that Schnabel has been released from jail only days prior to the incident. He is currently held at the county jail on $5,000 bond. His court appearance was postponed due to behavioral issues. So he's freaking out. He's going crazy. But I did have a question. What led to his recent jail release? Of course. So he was released from the county jail on January 13th, 2026, exactly 1 week before the school bus attack, because prosecutors dropped unrelated charges against him. Specifics of his recent release. So a December 2025 arrest. I keep saying Christopher was arrested and spent 23 days in jail on charges of indecent exposure and 2 counts of possession of drug paraphernalia. Reason for release: he was released on his own recognizance after the state attorney officially dropped the charges on January 13th. At the time of his release and the subsequent attack, officials described him as homeless. He wasn't in jail for anything. Well, indecent exposure is still crazy, but nothing violent. But he sounds like something who has serious issues in the head. But we got to call it how we see it. We can't be. Hopefully, he stays in jail and we get a understanding, or he says why. The whole thing where he's talking about you stopped me in my path, just it sounds like some kind of mental health or something's wrong. He got a screw loose. We got to say it how my mama used to say it. She got a screw loose. But luckily the child is okay. Luckily the hero who stepped in and saved the child is good. But overall, it's a crazy situation. You got to watch out. You got to watch out for your kids, because even your kids sitting at the bus stop in the morning cannot be safe. Unless some deranged person comes by and ends up putting a 13-year-old in a headlock. It's a crazy situation no matter how you look at it. But let me know your thoughts, y'all, and let me know if you disagree with anything I said. It's a crazy situation no matter how you look at it.